We are live. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? King Narakami here. Welcome to the King's Gang Podcast, episode 15. Thank you all so much for joining. This is an impromptu episode ever since, well, we'll get into the details later. Let me go ahead and introduce my good friend, David Cass, JRPGs. How you doing today?
What's up? Feeling good. Today's a good day. And tonight should be fun. We have a lot to say. And I didn't even talk to you about what we're going to talk about today. So lots of great conversations to come. Lots of professionalism. I know you got a lot of stuff prepared for that show.
Oh, don't you? 1,000%. It's going to, this is going to be a good show tonight. I've had all day to come up with a plan for this. And guess what? We don't have a plan. We're just going to go balls deep. We're going to go raw, go all in raw with no plan.
No Vaseline.
No Vaseline. Kind of like what Atlas does with their business decisions because they fuck themselves so much with it. But
we're up to a great start.
we are just going to go ahead and get started right quick. So, little context for why we're even doing this show in the first place. It was announced that tomorrow there is going to be a Nintendo Direct Partner Mini Showcase. That's what mini partner showcase, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's going to be at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific time, 9 a.m. Eastern time. And so, being the dumbasses that we are, I immediately messaged you and like, hey, you free tonight?
Mm-hmm.
So, we got, you know us, we got to be dumbasses on stream and everything. Before we get into the conversation, just want to shout out everybody that's in the chat right now. Alex Proudfoot, H2DK, patron of the channel. Thank you so much. The Mighty Liquor, that is definitely a name. That's what David calls me a lot. Sam L, he is ready for disappointment. Joey, Genova, Fall Wolf Liam, and Mac. Mac says, let me join. Baby, you don't call me the Mighty Liquor, so you can't join us. Sorry, Mackie Poo. But we'll get you on sometime. David, so, explain to us what happened 2 years ago at the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase in June of 2020. The first time that we've had one of those, right?
That would be July 20th, 2020. I remember it like it was yesterday. That was like one of my, actually it was my second live stream ever on my channel. And I wasn't expecting anything. I was the only dumbass content creator with SMT5 on my thumbnail for that stream. And god damn it, it happened. Nocturne HD Remaster was revealed. And then SMT5 getting a new trailer and a 2021 release date. Hashtag SMT5 2021. And that was an amazing partner showcase. The whole Nintendo community was on fire. So much anger. Everyone was mad. But the Megaton community. So it was great. It was really great. Now, that being said, you called out the good one. Most of them aren't that great because they kind of cater to a specific audience. I noticed like that one was Atlas fans. There was another one that was like mostly rhythm games and stuff. So it's kind of but that one is different. I feel like it's going to be different because it's E3 time frame.
Right.
And it's also the longest one yet. It's 25 minutes long, and I feel like don't quote me on that one, but I think like the other one that was that long, like the previous one was 18 minutes, the longest one, I think. So it's gonna be interesting. There's a lot of interesting things that we could see. Keep your expectations in check, though.
Well,
which is not what we're gonna do today.
Right. Everyone knows at least your title, the dumbass with actual expectations. I just back you up on that because I'm also a dumbass. But let's just go ahead and just ask you right quick, will there be Persona at the Direct tomorrow? And we'll get more into it around like the, all the details that we have, all the evidence that we have that it will be, but will it be at the Direct tomorrow?
Yes.
You heard it, guys. It's happening. If it doesn't happen, Angry Mob, go to David Cass JRPG house in Canada.
Unsub, dislike.
So
no, I mean it's I don't want to go in depth right now necessarily, but if I had to like choose between yes or no, I would say yes. I feel like I gave a number in my video from today, 60% chance. That's what I said, and I feel like I'm being cautiously optimistic because There's a lot of smoke. Yeah.
It's hard to say because it's just Atlas has made some dumbass decisions in the past, but if you ask me, this makes the most sense of when to announce these things. Even though it's not a regular direct, I know a lot of people are pissed off it's not
That's
a
not a
regular direct tomorrow.
Yeah, but the fact that it's a partner showcase kind of increases the chances of those games being there. And you know what? And you know why?
Hey,
I feel like the
Kim and
main
David,
reason why
not staying
there's
long
more
with
chances
DC
of
still
us
tired
getting
from
those
last
games revealed
night.
at the partner
Kim
showcase
knows.
tomorrow
I
than if it
wanted to
was,
say
let's say, a
hey, and
regular
also
direct
that
on Wednesday
Persona was
night.
supposed to be
Is
on the
because
show tomorrow,
Nintendo, they like
but
to
they
spend their
backloaded at the
their
last
time,
minute.
at least for their
Hashtag
third party
Forbidden
partners,
Direct,
for games that
hashtag
are just
Cody
about
will
to come
save
out.
us.
And you got to remember that at least Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden, they're like 2023 games. So if it was a regular direct, would Nintendo wait until they show them? Quite possibly. But now it's a partner showcase, so I feel like they could slide them in. But at the same time, you kind of want to believe that Nintendo knows that we want Persona. Like Persona was trending earlier today just because of the partner showcase reveal. Like the Nintendo audience has been crying for Persona on Switch for so long. Hell, shouts to King Goomba. I know he's on the thumbnail here, so
Yes.
yeah.
Sorry we
It's
couldn't get him
something.
for the show tonight, guys. I know a lot of people asked for him, but nah. Speaking of sliding in, we got a $5 donation from Liam. I didn't get to read the whole thing because it was through Streamlabs, but he said something along the lines of he won't be able to say. I know we set up late last night to watch the AEW pay-per-view. I appreciate your $5, Liam. Thank you so much. Hopefully, you got. I know he went to sleep at around it was 6:30 a.m. his time.
Ooh.
Because the pay-per-view went on for a while. But thank you so much, Liam. I appreciate that. Yeah, a lot of people are kind of mad that it's not a regular direct. But you know what? Who gives a fuck? We're getting something. Nintendo always has a direct in June. So the fact that we got two of them technically, even with Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So, David, my question to you, other than Persona, let's get the non-Persona stuff out of the way first, because this is actually a question that we had on Twitter from our good friend Katana Riku.
Shout out to Riku.
Yep, shout out to him. He wanted to ask, what else are you guys looking forward to? Now, I know stuff that we're looking forward to, but we can also talk about the things that we do know that's happening tomorrow that we think is going to happen. But I want to start off with you. What are you looking forward to in the direct tomorrow?
I'm going to say something that I feel like is going to excite you specifically, and I don't think you expect it, so I'm just going to bring it up.
Wait,
It's been rumored for...
whoa. Can I guess what it is?
Yeah, sure.
Batman Arkham Collection.
Yep, that's what I was about to mention. Okay, so you're aware. Okay, there's a lot of rumors. Batman Arkham Collection coming to Switch, the Rocksteady games.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of rumors. It's definitely possible. And you know what's strange? I know you mentioned mid a little bit earlier. Well, speaking of mid, there's a Gotham Knights something happening tomorrow at the same time as the partner showcase.
I wonder which one's going to get more views.
I wonder. Now, other than that, if I had to give another pick, just throw a random one, an obvious one, Mario plus Rabbids, right? You mentioned it before we started. That's going to be there for sure. I was thinking that it was going to be there, but 20 minutes before we started this call, it leaked. So yes, it's going to be there 1,000%. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a good show. And I want to hear your predictions as well before I keep going.
Before my prediction, shout out to Master Jags, donated $3. He said, hey. King Goomba hype.
Shout out.
Oh boy. He is, I love how ever since the Persona remasters or ports have been announced, people are going to be like, you know what? This man has our respect here. But I'm just saying, guys, please do not go on to every post by Atlas or Nintendo and beg for that. That's toxic as fuck. My hope is that this thing finally gets announced tomorrow so he can shut the fuck up about it. Sorry, King Goomba.
Yeah. Now, but he did mention his plans after we were gonna get Persona on Switch. Like he said, "Oh, once Persona is on Switch, I'm gonna start begging for." What was it? It was an older Fire Emblem games or something. I don't remember, but he said something like that. He's like, "I'm not done, bitches."
Something
like that. Yes. Oh, Dragon Quest. That's one of the things that I would like to see tomorrow. The Dragon Quest 10 offline, it being localized, that would be awesome. That's something that we could see. I think Riku actually mentioned it in his
He
question,
did.
but Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D, if that gets showed up, I'm gonna freak out. That's one of the games that I'm highly looking forward to. So yeah, that'd be cool.
Um, for my predictions, I really hope we see those. Even though I'm probably not going to buy them because they're old as fuck. The Final Fantasy Pixel remasters 1 through 6. That's a possibility.
I would buy that
I
day
would,
one
I would buy
for
it
sure.
too. Maybe some Crisis Core information. I don't know. Some Crisis Core remaster information. I don't know.
It's 2022. It's a 2022 game. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe.
Someone said Kumbo will return to his home planet when P5 comes to Switch. He's just going to go back to the Mushroom Kingdom. No questions asked. Bayonetta, possibly.
Bayonetta, I know a lot of people are hoping for. I feel like if it's not there, Bayo fans they have to worry
Right.
because God, it's a 2022 game and it's probably an October game. Now there's rumors for the Metroid Prime remaster to be early October, so that game's kind of like late October or it's not there because I think like November's Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
December, I feel like is going to be Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. That was delayed with no date. Oh my god, yeah. September is Splatoon. Their lineup is full, so Bayo has to be late October for it to make sense. Generally, they're going to put a larger third-party games next to Pokemon, like SMT5 last year.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. I don't know. P5R would make sense. It's late October.
Well, I mean, man, really a packed schedule coming up for gaming in the second part of the damn year. Holy shit! I mean, it's just fucking crazy. But what else? I was going to say something else. Oh yes, your friend Jeff Grubb tweeted about this earlier today about something about Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3 remasters.
Yes, he did.
Soon. Mm-hmm. So that could be something that we might see too. You never know.
I feel like, yeah, we never know. I feel like we're good. It depends on what they do, but I listened to all of his podcast episode, Jeff Grubb, and he said there's going to be like a lot of work. There's a lot of work put into the first Metroid Prime remaster. So depending on how big of a project it is, it can stand on its own. But I feel like the I was going to say Persona, but Metroid Prime 2 and 3, they would require more work. It's hard to say.
Right. So, before we move on to Atlas talk, any chance of Nintendo making a presence tomorrow? I know it's going to be focused on third parties, but you never know. Nintendo could show up and say, "Hey, bitches, what's up? Here's a new Mario game." What do you think?
I think there's a chance. If it happens, I feel like it's going to be Metroid Prime 1.
I think that,
but
right.
I don't expect more than one game. If Nintendo's there, like Mario plus Rabbids is already going to be there. I know it's Ubisoft, but it's still Mario. Yeah, I'm thinking one game. What do you think? One first party game.
1 or 2.
All right. I'm hoping for that. I really, really like the Zelda series, and I was hoping for Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD to be revealed at the June Direct for like an August type of release because they have nothing in August. Fortunately, I don't know. It's hard to say, but I'm hoping for that for sure because I've been craving to replay those games again. So, fingers crossed.
I've been craving you lately. Hey yo. Before we discuss our predictions for tomorrow about Persona and everything, we already know that we think it's going to happen, but what exactly will happen, I don't know. What I wanted to discuss is I am posting a video tomorrow about Persona 3, why they chose portable over FES, about Persona 3, and that was still the possibility of a remake. People are still talking about it. Can you give me some context, cluing everybody about what that is, and maybe we can discuss it a little bit?
Yeah, well, I've seen... Oh shit, just little pause here real quick. I want to get back to Mario plus Rabbids is late October. So it's not looking too good for Bayonetta. I'm not going to lie. That was like the final spot that I was thinking. Except if Bayo's August, which seems weird for whatever reason, but we never know. We'll see. Yeah, Persona 3 Remake. The main reason why... The main place where I saw it was Twitter, but I also saw some videos. Some people were saying... The reason why they decided to port Persona 3 Portable is because they're doing something bigger with the original P3 with Persona 3 FES, like a remake. What do you think about that?
That doesn't make any sense to me, because if they're going to bring Persona 3 to modern platforms, including PC, this is going to be it. I just don't see them doing portable, and then what would be the point of buying portable for people?
Depends on what they do with a remake. If they go all in like FF7 remake style, well then there's still potential because they would also touch the story and gameplay itself. So you keep the original product with portable, and then you give us something brand new with a remake in quotations for FES with like the FES storyline, but you change it a little bit. Do I make sense with what I'm saying? I can kind of see. I get where they're coming from. I don't agree. I'm with you. I disagree. I don't think that's the reason why. I feel like the reason why is because it's just easier to bring back portable, right? And it's also the game that is most, well, not really, but it's also really similar, like in terms of gameplay to Persona 4. It has party control, and I know what some of y'all are gonna say because we obviously, both of us, we have a Megaton audience, a lot of fans that have been playing the games for a long time. Our channel are all about Atlas and Megaton. So you guys are familiar with the combat system of FES, and you probably think it's all right. But to new fans who only played P5R and maybe P4G on Steam, it's hard to go back to FES. It is. That combat system is a little crusty. So
and the social links are ass too.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Going to portable can be a little more crusty for people because, it's a visual novel made for the fucking PSP.
Totally.
Not that I love visual novels. Shout out to the Somnium Files right now playing the second game. Buy it. It's $8. First game's $8. Right? Shut up. You don't like that game. Fuck you. Whenever I ask you about it, you're like, oh, it's good.
No, I like it. It's good.
See, I didn't get this motherfucker right here.
I bought it on Switch again today.
Hey.
The original, because I played it on PS4, but I got it on my Switch earlier today. It was like, with my Nintendo coins thingy, it cost like I think it cost like $8 Canadian or something. Hey. It was super cheap, so I was like, I'll get it again.
I've got like $9 worth of Nintendo coins built up. I think I might use that for Steins Gate or something like that.
I never purchased anything. That's coins from DLC. We're also getting coins from our review codes, so that's probably part of it as well.
What the fuck?
We do. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Monarch finally served a purpose for me, ladies and gentlemen.
Stupid.
Holy shit, at least I got $3 worth of coins from it.
Monarch's better than Valhalla.
Bro, no! You shut the fuck up right now. Monarch is the most disappointing game I have ever played in my entire life. Bruh. And I played The Last of Us Part 2.
You played Persona 5 Dancing? Well, that was not disappointing because I knew that I was expecting mid, and that's what I got, so it's fine.
It was disappointing, but not surprising. The Last of Us Part 2 was surprising at how much I disliked it, and then Monarch was just, I feel like I wasted 20 hours of my life playing it so far.
Wow. I'm not even joking. I enjoyed it. It has clear flaws, but I had fun the whole way through. Like, the ending really, I don't want to turn this into a Monarch podcast, but the ending really, really sucks. How you have to get to the ending is terrible, and there's obvious technical issues on all the versions of the game. Other than that, it was kind of fun. Some of the characters are a little bland. Like,
you know what else sucks about Monarch? Everything else about it sucks. The music's good. The vocal music is
music is fantastic. Sorry.
Professional podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, sorry about that. The combat system was super dope. I feel like the story had potential too, but nah. The problem with those games is they have a low budget, and it shows. To be perfectly honest, same thing with Caligula. Like, Caligula Effect 2 just released on Steam last week, and there's a lot of people interested in it, and I feel like that's one of the better long cars game.
Gotcha.
You should check it out.
Monarch for Switch. It already happened. It runs like ass. Silent Mochi.
Yeah, it runs at like
Monarch or Morbius. I choose Morbius every time. That's better fiction. At least Morbius was Morbius is kind of like cringy in a campy kind of way. Monarch is just boring. Sorry. But anyways, enough hating on Monarch. I got my session about hating on Monarch out of the way. I did see a question in the chat about the Direct tomorrow. An Atlas question about the Direct.
Hmm.
Will we see Soul Hackers 2 port announced?
Nope. I wish. I fucking wish, dude. That game. Yeah, I really wish, because that was like, that's gonna be controversial. But if I could, let's say the Persona games are getting announced tomorrow, I'd switch all three for Soul Hackers 2 port on Switch.
Yeah.
That's completely controversial, but yes, I would. Totally.
What?
Yeah,
You would
a
switch
new
a
game,
P5R port on Switch.
a new game on my favorite system of all time. Totally. A game that looks amazing. Yeah, I would.
Oh my god.
I want those games though. Don't get me wrong. Like, we need to talk about maybe not yet. I don't know if you want to bring it up later on, but we need to talk about what insiders are saying. Persona 3, 4, maybe not 5.
I think this is I think this is a perfect time to get into
Okay,
it.
cool. Now all the insiders who talked about the Persona games getting revealed tomorrow, like Nick the Hate, Jeff Grubb, VGC, and a bunch of others. Most of them are saying, yeah, Persona's coming to Switch. They're kind of sure about it. But a lot of them, and it can't be a coincidence, a lot of them are saying, yeah, I've heard about 3 and 4, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know about 5.
Mm-hmm.
They're all saying that, and I'm like, huh, they don't know about 5. And I feel like if one person said that, well, that's fine, he didn't hear about 5, but they're all saying that. Or a lot of them are saying that. So I feel like it's possible for us to see tomorrow P3P and P4G, but not 5.
See, that would make a lot of sense to me, because P3P and P4G are releasing next year.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they announce ports of these older games 7-8 months in advance when we're not even getting P5R on Switch?
See? That's a good point. And for that reason, that exact thing that you just said is the reason why I can see the Persona games coming to Switch but not getting announced tomorrow. If they're not there tomorrow, that's because we're not getting P5R, and they're going to announce them in like the September Direct or something.
Oh, God.
That's what they're going to do. I feel like that's completely possible.
God, King Gooba would be on suicide watch if they didn't announce P5R for Switch.
Honestly, that's something that if tomorrow we end the stream and P5R isn't there, I'll say it to my people in my chat. I'll say, hey, doesn't mean they're not happening. I still feel like Persona 3 Portable and P4G are coming, but to me, that's kind of a confirmation that P5R is not going to be there.
Right.
I still hope that they show it, because, as I said before, Persona was trending on Twitter today because of the direct announcement. So people want to know that those games are coming.
Right. So
it's hard to say. Now, in terms of P5R, I feel like the reason why they wouldn't bring it is because, yes, it's coming out in October on Xbox and PC, but it would require more work than the other games as well. Like, right? It's a bigger game. It's a large game.
To me, I think the profits would outweigh the work, though. Yes, it would take some work, obviously. And we actually do have some questions about... now, this is not a sport bagging, by the way. Please, there's 3 other ways I'm going to buy P5R. That's not going to be Switch-related. PS5, Steam for Steam Deck, and I got it on PS4. So this is in no way, shape, or form sport begging. But we did have some questions about P5R that I want to get out of the way. 2 of them pretty much are the exact same thing. Makoto and the Mighty Liquor on Twitter actually asked, what would you rather P5R be a cloud version or not at all?
Not at all?
Yeah.
But I do want to say, though, Atlas, they don't own any type of cloud technology. Like, their P5, what was it? They really struggled with the HD era, so it really shows how far behind they are from the other companies. I'm sure they have nothing ready for cloud technology except if they took it from Sega themselves. So I'm not worried at all. Like, I don't think at all that P5R is getting a cloud version. Mm-hmm. If it is, I'll take the L, first of all. And I'll say that's really disappointing, because let me get back to what we were talking about before. If Persona 3 and Persona 4 Golden get revealed tomorrow, it's not going to be with the other versions, but P5R is coming. You know why? Because once those games release on Switch, they're going to be surprised at how many copies they're going to sell. So they're going to say, hell, we need to bring P5 as well. And then they're going to outsource it, and then they're going to bring it.
My God.
It makes sense, because they're going to be surprised. They're definitely those games are gonna drop it. Oh, it's doing well. What a surprise! Ooh.
That gives me
Let's
vibes
bring-
of because of the success of P4G on Steam, we decided to bring P4AU to consoles.
Because Persona 3 Portable sold well on Switch, we'll bring Persona 3 Dancing to PS2. It's like, God damn it.
So, Makoto also asked if all 3 games do get announced, which modern system will you get them on? By the time these games come out, David's already going to sell his Xbox, so you don't have to say Xbox, David.
If they're announced to all platforms, I'll get the Switch versions for sure because that's it's insane to say that, but it's my favorite system of all time at this point. The concept, it's so good, and they have so many good games on that system. It's insane.
Bro, get Mario's dick out of your mouth.
I don't like the Mario series. To be honest,
that's the thing.
by
People will
far,
call you a Nintendo fanboy if you say like the Switch is your favorite console. It's great. It's a great console.
I get that comment all the time, but it's real. It's like some people, they don't understand the appeal of the hybrid nature. They just don't. They're like, why would you play that game on Switch if it's 60 frames on PS5? It's because I'd rather be able to play it portably than to have 60 frames versus 30. And it's more than that. I like the concept itself, but the games that they're getting, first party games, I only play Nintendo first party games. I play Forza, and for Sony, I play Ratchet and Clank and Spider-Man, but not much else.
So here's my question to you: how much longer before you sell your Xbox?
I'm not planning on selling it.
Yeah, okay. It'll be like 2 months from now. There, you're going to be like, oh, I got bored with it. I decided to sell it.
We'll see. Maybe. We'll see.
Didn't you
But
say
for now,
you
I'm
like
really
the Steam
enjoying
Deck
it.
Too?
No, the Steam Deck is different because the Steam Deck, it was an impulse buy. Then I used it for the whole way through creating those 2 videos that I made for my channel about the Steam Deck was enough for me to realize that it was not a system for me. It's
because
a good machine.
Requires a brain.
It's not for me.
Because it requires a brain.
No. No, I don't want to like work for 3 hours to get a game working. That's not my thing. And in terms of the games that I can get to work, like of the cuff on the system, I don't care for them because I can play them elsewhere, like the games that are available on Steam.
Shout out
Again, I'm not talking against the Steam Deck. It's a cool machine. Again, it's just not for me. That's what I'm saying.
Shout out to H2DK. Switch a Steam Deck without the heart. Oh boy. That's giving me flashbacks. Remember that article about SMT5 as Persona without the heart? Holy shit, dude. People went into fucking like overdrive mode when that shit happened.
Yeah, that was a little too insane for my taste, to be honest.
Yeah. So here's the question about if P5R is not coming to Switch and it's only P4 and P3, will Atlas get a lot of flack? Will it be the wrong decision to do?
Yes to both of those questions, but at the same time, again, we're gonna get P5R later, I feel like, because they're gonna be amazed by the sales numbers of P3 and 4 on the system.
I still have a feeling if it's not this October, it's going to be never.
I don't think so because again, they're gonna be, dude, they're gonna freak out about the numbers. Those games are gonna do gangbuster on Switch, especially if they're day and date with the other versions. They're gonna see how good they're gonna sell on the platform. People don't realize how much demand there is for those games on the system.
Right.
It's really, really, really big. It's bigger than King Goomba. I'll just say that.
It's bigger than you.
Well, not that big.
Heyo. I just want to give a few pieces of evidence, by the way, why I feel like these games are going to be announced tomorrow. If you look at the Persona 25th Times, or the Persona 25th Japanese page, usually they always put up a Persona 25th Times every single month. And they have done a couple of those this month already, but they were breaking news segments. And also, their thumbnails for their announcements, they have a very specific way of doing it. In September 2021, it's Morgana with a 9 beside of them. for December 2021, Teddy for February, it's Teddy beside of a 2, all that stuff. They haven't really done that this month either. And they haven't uploaded a full Persona 25th times yet. It was just like you remember what I'm talking about, like a breaking news segment that lasted 1 minute. So do you think this could be a telling sign that we might be getting an announcement tomorrow? Here, let's go full on dumbass mode. Do you think this is a telling sign?
It's possible. It's possible. What do you think?
I mean, to me, if they were to announce these games, this would be bigger than any other Persona 25th times where they were announcing some fucking stupid ass Japan only festival or soap or whatever. I feel like they would go really in depth with this thing. So I don't know. I know Microsoft threw them a bag to announce everything at their show during the Summer Games Fest. Maybe that kind of messed with Atlus's plans for the 25th anniversary. Maybe they were going to announce all these at the same time during the end of the month. I don't know. But to me, it's weird that they haven't done a full Persona 25th times yet. But that's just me, though. Now,
while we're at it, with the, if I may cut you for a little bit, while we're on the dumbass with actual expectations train of thoughts, I want to bring up 2 things. First, the official Atlus West Twitter banner still says Game Pass, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Windows. Right. No PS4, no nothing. And it's still confirmed. So that was never updated. And if you go over to the Persona Channel Japanese site and you click on the Persona comes to current game consoles page, if you scroll down to the bottom where you see the icons and the platforms that the games are coming to, there's an empty spot beneath all the games for additional platforms. That's again real. I'm looking deep into it. It's a stretch. I know it's a stretch, but those are things that were brought up to my attention that are just little things to add on top of everything else.
God, someone needs to clear the circus clown music right now.
For real.
Hold on. Clown music. Hold on. We're going to play some circus clown music right quick because of these. That's David talking right there. Well, there's a little space for an additional platform. Yes, we are going full dumbass mode here, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you came for. Now,
yes, sir.
Now that we got our predictions out of the way about if P5 is coming to Switch and everything that's going to happen, let's talk a little bit about Soul Hackers 2 and what P5R coming to platforms could mean for it. Because don't you think it's a little bit weird that they would put out Soul Hackers 2 at the end of August, and then less than 2 months later, about 2 months later, right at 2 months later, P5R releases for all these consoles. Do you think that's going to hurt sales for Soul Hackers at all?
Probably. Unfortunately.
Because if people have a choice between a $60 Soul Hackers 2 game or $50 to $60 P5R, guess which one they're going to pick?
Right. Now, yeah. We should still be grateful that there's no from the makers of Persona 5 sticker on the Soul Hackers 2 box. So, but yeah, it's a bummer. But at the same time, I have a feeling if we were able to create buzz around 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, with word of mouth, we can do it with Soul Hackers 2 as well, the community. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm hoping for it to do decently, even with the Persona games coming after. And we need to keep in mind that for PlayStation owners, it's nothing special. It's just something for Xbox and PC. And then for PC, it's huge. For Xbox, it's another Game Pass game. It's a highly requested one, yes. But it's a Game Pass game. It's not like this big thing, this big special thing, you know?
It's almost like a lot of people don't play JRPGs on the Xbox. Don't let people hear you say that. The Xbox
it's real though. We talked about it in my last podcast with JCat, and she told us that like all the games, the JRPGs, the huge ones like Dragon Quest XI and stuff, they don't rank on Game Pass. They're or when they do rank, they just drop off the chart extremely quickly for the most played games. So it's yeah. But I'm glad that those games are coming to Xbox, and hell, Atlas got a fat check from Microsoft for sure for just for the announcement itself of the games, and that's good. That's always good.
Obviously, Atlas has had this plan to release all these Persona games at one time. I just find it weird that they're releasing two big games. One that's pretty much a new IP in Soul Hackers 2. I mean, you could say it's not a new IP. We've already had a Soul Hackers game, but this is basically a brand new game, really.
Totally.
And then you have a game that's been received critical acclaim that they're releasing 2 months later, and we're going to guess for about $50-$60, especially since it comes with all the DLC. But I mean, it's just one thing to consider. But it's still weird to me though. It feels like something like delayed these Persona announcements, so I don't think they should be releasing them 2 months into Soul Hackers 2. If we were releasing a $20 P3P port or P4G port for, PS4 and everything, I don't think that would hurt. But if you do a whole ass Persona 5 Royal, that's gonna hurt, if you ask me. So the question is, if Soul Hackers 2 does sell bad, do you think they're just gonna stop the series and give up on it? Or do you think, like, do you
It's
get what I'm
hard
saying?
to say. I do, 100%. I do. But it's hard to say because I know I'm always bringing this up again, but it's important. In the 2021 of the 2021 fiscal report for Sega, they had like a list of their major pillar IPs, and they had like for Atlas, they had Persona, SMT, and Soul Hackers. So they have like long-term plans for that series. So it would have to like hardcore flop for them not to do at least another game. That's what I'm thinking, because God, they're putting a lot of effort into this thing. And I love to see it, to be honest, because it's by far still my most anticipated game of the year.
Then again, the marketing here in the West has been absolutely awful for this game, for Soul Hackers 2.
We've seen worse, but it's not that great for sure.
It's
2 months away, though. I love how I want to give them credit because I love how they quickly revealed it, quickly coming. It's a multi-platform game. It's a global launch. Yes, there's issues. There's day one story DLC. That sucks. There's a digital deluxe version of the game. That sucks. Like, there's issues, but hey, I know I'm going to get a quality product. It's a new Atlas game, and from what I'm seeing, it looks freaking amazing. And I'm sure I'm going to have a blast with it more than anything else that I'll play this year.
Oh, yeah, 1,000%. I will make it known that I'm buying both Soul Hackers 2 and P5R, whatever platform.
Oh, yeah, me too.
But
now, I'll say, if P5R doesn't come to Switch, I'll just play it on Game Pass.
Oh my God.
I won't have to buy it again. But I would. If I didn't get the Xbox, I would buy it again as well.
I like what Kiango in the chat just said. I don't know if I pronounced the name right. Due to the failure of Soul Hackers 2 on Steam, we decided not to release P5R on Switch.
It's funny that we're even mentioning these types of comments because they feel like something Atlas would say.
Yes, I would.
I wonder if Persona 4 Arena Ultimax crossed 50,000 copies across all platforms worldwide. Probably not. Or it just crossed. It barely crossed. And it's a $30 complete edition of the game. It should have sold more than that.
It's $18 right now.
It's insane. Yeah, it's still Persona. Like, oh God. But I mean, for how long did you play that? For how many hours did you play P4AU?
My replay was too long. And I didn't even finish the replay. I felt like I'm sorry to all the P4AU fans. Once you play that story once, it's like, why come back to it? I hate to say it. Unless you're a hardcore fighting game person, I know there are people out there. I know there are big fighting game people out there. People, Kingdom Archive doesn't like fight games, so of course you don't like P4AU. Why would they bring that shit to all these platforms and not the main game?
Yep.
We should have gotten P4. Strange. We should have gotten P4G fucking years ago on the PS4 at least.
Yep.
Why they decided to release every P4 spinoff, but not P4 on the PS4?
It's better than late than never, though. But I agree. I 100% agree. It doesn't make any sense. And dude, We don't even know about the Switch yet. If it doesn't release on Switch, what if? It's an option. You can't deny it.
I think they almost have to release P3P and P4G on Switch.
I think so as well. But
there's no reason why they can't run.
You never know.
There's no reason
SMT5,
why they... Right.
SMT5 should at least be on PC. It's not.
I'm sure there's an exclusivity thing with Nintendo. I'm sure.
Everyone was saying that in 2018 for P5, and look where we're at. There's nothing. There was never anything.
But it hasn't even been a year for SMT5 yet.
I know, but...
It's coming. SMT5 2022 is still coming.
Bruh, take the L and shut the fuck up.
Bro, I still got 6 months for that shit. If it happens, you owe me my money back, motherfucker.
Oh, I'll gladly pay you back, dude.
Oh my god. Pay you back. Okay, how about you double it?
Fuck off.
Oh, you scared?
Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll mail you my Valhalla copy for free.
Oh my god.
I'll do that.
Bro, I
don't have a physical copy?
No, you're stuck with that shit. You're stuck with it. You don't like it.
I'm gonna make
sure your money's fucking wasted.
No one. I paid like that was almost 70 Canadian. The physical version of that crap. Anyways,
I can't believe you didn't like it. That still grinds my gears to this day.
Nah.
Oh, okay. JCat actually also had a question as well, friend of the channel. Let's see here. Let's go to her question right quick. She has a serious question, she says. Do you have faith in Atlas to make sound business decisions? Asking for a friend. And then she has this whole pie chart with software per platform, with the Switch at 88.4%, PS4 at 9.5%, and 2.2% for PS5. So, do you have faith in Atlas to make sound business decisions, David?
In the short term, no. In the long term, maybe. Soul Hackers 2 isn't on Switch.
What the fuck does that mean?
Soul Hackers 2 isn't on Switch. P5R apparently won't be on Switch either. I don't know. For now, not so sure. But in the long term, I mean, if Nintendo keeps being that successful, they're gonna have to make those decisions at some point. I could talk about this for 3 hours, dude.
Dude, we could talk about Atlas Business. Amazing game company, makes games people love.
Their games, they never miss. They don't. They're good. They're quality. Whether you like them or not, they're quality. All of them. Even P4AU, it's a good game. It's quality for sure. It's quality. It's good. It never lags. It's a good product. We don't appreciate
that. We still don't have rollback netcode for, by the way.
Yeah, but that's mismanagement. Again, just like the lack of Switch version for Soul Hackers, just like P4G not being on PS4 at launch. It should have been there in 2013, like right there with the PS4 at launch. It should have been there. It should have been the PS4 day one JRPG. It should have been there. It would have sold millions.
But nope.
Took them 10 years.
We also have one more question from Twitter. Our friend, SLT Drifter, says, Dear King and David, when is your engagement being announced? When are we getting married?
We should start talking about that.
Yeah, we gotta save up some money for that. We're gonna have everyone's invited that's in this chat right now.
Yes, sir.
Guys, we're about 45 minutes into the stream right quick. If you have any questions, drop them down below and we'll kind of rapid fire all of them. But for now, David, before we answer all these questions, if P5R were to release on Switch and all these other platforms, which it is going to release on other platforms, how much will it be, you think? And includes all the DLC.
Do we know it's...
We don't know the price.
Yeah. We don't?
No, we do not. Remember, it includes all the DLC.
I want to say 40.
I think you're lowballing it.
Yeah.
How much did they release Nocturne for?
50.
Yeah.
But Nocturne... Yeah. It's hard to say. 13 Sentinels was 60 on Switch.
I think.
But then Persona 4 Arena Ultimax with all the DLC and stuff was 30 or 20.
Mm.
So I don't know. Catherine Full Body on Switch was 50. But as people are saying in the chat, it can be. They can do 60. It's P5. It has the name.
They would do 60 and they could get away with it.
Yeah.
And they know it.
I'm not gonna. It's top 5 games of all time for me, so I'll just pay whatever they want for it. To be honest.
JCat asks your sales predictions for the Persona ports per
It's hard to
platform.
say.
Well, obviously, if they release on Switch, that would be the highest selling platform.
I have my ideas for Switch specifically, but for the other platforms, I don't really keep up with sales other than for Switch and specific games like SMT5. I was all into it, and I was looking at numbers and stuff, and I had my clear idea of what was going to happen. I wasn't too wrong about it either. Persona ports per platform. Again, depends on the pricing, right? Depends. On Xbox, we're not gonna have.
It'll sell 3
really
copies.
anything, but it's on Game Pass, so it's hard to say. For PlayStation, though, what will P4G sell? P4G will at least sell 1 million in its first year, at least 1 million on PlayStation. Persona 3 Portable, not that much, maybe like 600K or something in its first year. I don't know.
We're talking money.
Persona's big at this point.
We're talking.
Well, I don't know.
Though.
Yeah, for sure. If they sell them for like 30 each, maybe more. I don't know.
Reward for these games.
Yeah. I mean, if it comes to Switch, I feel like it has a lot of potential. P5 on its own would sell over 1 mil.
Peter Parker asked, "If Persona is not announced at this direct, will it be a dead dream?" I think David's already spoke on that. I think it is. If it's not announced,
a lot of people. I do want to say that a lot of people are with you. I'm kind of not alone, but I'm in the minority here. I feel like it makes sense because I've been keeping an eye on Nintendo for so long, and they want their partners to show games that are releasing soon. With Nintendo, they don't do the Wolverine type of reveal. They don't like show you a 1-minute teaser, except for specific games like Metroid Prime 4 or something. They don't do those type of the reveals way too early, and those games are going to release Q1, Q2, 2023. So it's at least a year off. Well, kind of. It's not that bad. I know where you're coming from, but I still feel like it has a shot. Maybe I'm overthinking it or something.
Here's another question, right quick. Will P5 Arena be a thing?
You have a bot in your chat.
Yes, I'm getting them.
You noticed it? Okay.
Yes. I do want hot sex now though. Yeah, get the.
They heard us. They were like, "Oh, these motherfuckers! We need to put a sex bot in that stream."
Will P5 Arena be a thing?
I'm not as confident as I used to be because if you keep a close eye on anything Atlas in terms of news, they always ask people in their surveys about Arena, potential Persona Arena game or something. It's all over their surveys. So just for that reason alone, I'm not that sure that we're not going to get it anymore. I still think it's possible, but I'm still leaning towards no more than yes, to be honest. What do you think?
I think Persona 4 Arena, I don't know if you consider it a failure. But that might
huge failure.
That might impact their decision.
It has the Persona name. I know it's a fighting game, but it has the Persona name. P5S sold 1 mil in a year. So it had to sell at least
1.5 mil, I believe, actually.
No, it has. Yeah, it has to sell over. It had to sell like over 200K. It's on all the platforms, not just freaking PlayStation, and it's on Steam and Switch and stuff.
It didn't even do 20K in the first week.
Yeah, no, it's rough. I feel like it underperformed. They probably had low expectations, but I feel like it still underperformed. So maybe they're like, hey, P4A, you sold pretty bad on all the platforms that we put it on, so let's just not put P4G on Switch.
Oh my god. What are the chances of a Persona Q collection showing up at the Direct?
Now? I don't know.
No.
I used to believe that it would happen on modern platforms, and I kind of wish it did, but not alongside the main games. If they're coming later.
Right.
Not so sure anymore, to be honest.
From Makoto, if P3 got a remake, do you think Atlas would make the same as like FF7R in parts?
No.
No. It would be a one game thing. But good thing we'll never find out because it's never happening. It's either okay. how well do you think all the Persona games will sell on each console? We already answered that. Do you think they will consider putting other games on consoles? Catherine Full Body on Xbox, Persona Dancing on Switch, etc. I'm so flabbergasted that Catherine Full Body is not on Steam.
The original is there, and they never bothered to fix it.
Right.
It's still broken. I don't know. Maybe they... Do we have the sales numbers of Catherine Classic on Steam? I don't think we do.
I don't think so. I know Catherine
It's too
released
late.
on the 360 as well.
It didn't sell too great. I mean, it's probably at around 100K on Switch. So if it didn't sell that great on Switch, I don't think that type of game specifically would do really well on Steam. So I think it's too late. It should have been on Switch and Steam at launch.
Right.
It wasn't. Too late.
Do you think
13
Persona...
Sentinels is not too late, though, for Steam.
Right, definitely. Do you think Persona will follow Yakuza and keep having games released on Xbox even after the Game Pass deal? Yes.
Yes.
Sega
Hopefully.
wants to do multi-plat releases, and that goes for Atlas as well.
Persona was their next big step.
Right.
Like Atlas to Sega is Persona mainly. Right now, it's that big. And you got to remember, it's not just the games, it's the merch and all the other things that are extremely huge in Japan as well.
We kind of already answered this, but do you think Persona 3 through 5 will have cloud versions? Persona 3 and 4 have no reason to be. Then again, Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and the other games have no reason to be cloud versions either.
Kingdom what?
Kingdom Farts.
Just want to make sure I heard correctly.
I think that's about it for all the. Okay, I do like this one. Do you think a new Etrian Odyssey or Radiant Historia on tomorrow's Direct?
No. But maybe, I don't know about Radiant Historia as much as I'd like that, but a new Etrian Odyssey is in the works. But that feels like a Tokyo Game Show type of game to me.
What do you think the next announcements will be after this? Do you think people will even care? I'm thinking Silent Mochi means like the Persona 25th.
Persona 6 at the concert.
That's it. And maybe a P5S sequel? I'd much rather have that than Arena.
I want a new type of game. Give me like an Akechi spinoff.
God.
Yeah.
Why would you have a mid character as a protagonist, though?
Dude, no.
Then again, Monarch does exist.
So many. No. Dude, Haru's in P5. So? Akechi's a well-developed character.
Is he?
The other one isn't developed at all.
I don't know. I can go on and on about how I don't think Akechi's that great. Although I do say a lot of his parts in P5R helped his character a lot for me.
Oh,
Help flesh him
His
out.
social link was great.
Oh yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. I just think he's too just a Adachi spinoff. Okay, let's go. I'm so here for it.
Mm-hmm.
An Adachi spinoff, yes. Before we wrap things up, it's been about an hour. Any final thoughts about the Direct or Persona 25th in general, David, from you?
I'll say, and that's just me complaining. I don't have to. I'm happy right now with the Persona 25th, but I'll say they could have avoided a lot of complaints about the P25th if they did it another way. There's like, they should have revealed that P5R was getting some type of re-release on all platforms earlier. Same thing for Persona 3 Portable and P4G. We were so hungry. Why not say it right at the start? Hey, modern Persona games are coming to modern platforms at some point. Look forward to announcements throughout the Persona 25th anniversary year or something. Why not do
what
that?
They should have done? FF7, the FF7 anniversary celebration was the perfect way to do it. And I know what you're going to say. Atlas doesn't have the funding of Square Enix. That doesn't mean they can't make a few. Atlas knows what these announcements are going to be. When they set those 7 announcements, they knew what each one was going to be. So, how hard would it have been to just do one big stream or something?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is going to... I don't know if we can expect anything for the SMT anniversary coming up this year.
Oh, we will. Oh, yeah, we will.
But I think
Certainly.
Hopefully Atlas learns their lessons from this. Otherwise, I kind of want to say that these ports have saved the anniversary for me.
They did.
But I mean, we kind of saw them
It's not. Yeah, we did. And it's not much, but it's still something cool. And we're gonna get Persona 6 at the end. That's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, we are going to get Persona 6 at the concert. That's in less than 4 months now, actually. So that's really exciting.
Yeah,
It's
that's gonna
really
be
exciting.
awesome. Like so many videos will come out of this. It's gonna be insane.
God, we're going to be screaming and everything. David,
Hey, for sure.
thank you for joining me today, my friend. Pleasure to
Hey,
have you. His link's in the description. I'm sure everyone here follows him already, but thank you for coming on the show again. I appreciate it.
it was great. Shout outs. Thank you for having me on again, and thank you to everyone who joined us today. That was great.